Okay, so when you hear the name DJI, what comes to mind? Drones, right? Amazing camera stabilizers.
Maybe that slight panic landing a pricey drone on a windy day.
Exactly. But robot vacuums,
Yeah,
cleaning floors, that definitely feels like a left turn.
it really does.
We want to figure out for you, the listener, if this new, very high-tech gadget coming from a company known for serious engineering is actually worth that premium price.
Yeah, consider this your quick guide, your shortcut to understanding the Romo series before you potentially see it out in the wild.
Okay, let's jump straight into the hardware then, because this seems to be where DJI is really making its big statement. They're definitely aiming the Romo at the very top tier, and the power figures are, well, they're kind of startling.
They really are. Suction up to around 25,000 PA on some models.
25,000. That number sounds massive, but maybe put that into context for us.
Right. It's easy to just throw that out there, but yeah, context is key. Think about the established premium brands, your Roborox, your Ecovacs. Their top models often max out around, what, 8,000, maybe 10,000 PA in boost mode.
Okay.
So DJI is claiming like 2 or 3 times that level of suction power.
Yeah.
It's a huge leap on paper.
Which, you know, immediately makes you wonder about battery life and noise, but okay, let's park that for a second. If the suction is the muscle.
Then the navigation system is the brain. And this is where that drone heritage seems to really come into play.
Yeah, this feels like the core DJI story here.
Totally. It's not just your standard camera or basic LiDAR. We're talking serious sensor fusion. The source has mentioned dual fisheye cameras plus 3 wide-angle solid-state LiDAR sensors.
Wow. Dual cameras and triple LiDAR.
Exactly. That just screams redundancy, precision,
Right.
the kind of stuff you need when you're navigating, unpredictable 3D airspace with a drone.
But why bring that level of overkill, maybe, to navigating a living room? It seems like aerospace tech just to avoid a chair leg.
Well, think about why drones need it. Failure isn't an option, right? A sensor failure means a crash. On the floor, failure means your robot gets tangled in a cord or stuck onto the sofa.
Ah, okay. So it's about reliability.
Precisely. By using that kind of multi-sensor approach, DJI is basically betting they can achieve near-perfect room mapping and localization. The goal is to drastically cut down on those robot needs rescuing moments that drive people nuts.
And didn't the sources have a specific example of what this tech can supposedly handle? Something really tricky.
Yes, they did. And this is fascinating. They claim the system can detect really thin obstacles, things like 2-millimeter cables.
2 millimeters, like a phone charger cable.
Exactly. Or small scattered kids' toys. Think about that mess of wires under your desk that's usually game over for a robot vacuum. If Romo can genuinely navigate that reliably, well, that's a game changer for practical everyday use.
Okay, that is genuinely impressive if it works in the real world. And the actual cleaning parts, the brushes and mops, are they doing anything special there too?
Yeah, beyond the standard stuff, sweeping, mopping, doing both at once, they've added something interesting mechanically.
What's that?
These dual sidearms, or maybe they're extendable arms, the sources describe them slightly differently.
Yeah.
The idea is clear. It's a physical solution to that classic problem. Round robots missing dirt in square corners and right along the edges. If those arms can actually reach into those tight spots effectively, that's another point of difference.
So high-end navigation, potentially game-changing obstacle avoidance, massive suction, clever edge cleaning. This all sounds expensive. What did the sources say about the price?
Yep, no surprises there. It's definitely premium. The base Romo S model is apparently starting around 4,700 Chinese yuan,
Which translates to?
roughly $650. But, and this is important, that's just the starting price.
Ah.
The higher-end models, like the P-Series with the most advanced base stations and features, are going to be significantly more. We're firmly in flagship territory here, competing directly with the top offerings from the big established players.
Right. Which leads us nicely into the advantages. Why would someone, a high-end user, shell out that kind of money for a newcomer, even if it is DJI?
I think reliability is probably the #1 promise here. If you're spending premium money, you expect the thing to just work, right? Without you having to constantly intervene. That fancy navigation system we talked about, the one derived from drone tech, logically, that should mean way fewer interruptions, fewer times it gets stuck or lost. That's the dream. Set it, forget it.
And you combine that just works idea with the sheer power we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. That 25,000 PAM, assuming it translates well in practice, should mean really efficient cleaning on hard floors. And potentially much better deep cleaning on carpets, which is often an Achilles heel for robot vacuums.
But it's not just about the robot itself, is it? The whole automation angle seems key here, too.
Oh, absolutely. Robot vacuums are meant to save time, but often you just swap vacuuming time for like mucky base station cleaning time.
Right. Emptying tiny dustbins, washing gross mop pads.
Yeah. So the Romo base station seems designed to tackle that head on. The sources highlight some pretty compelling features.
Like what specifically?
High-pressure hot water washing for the mop pads, right there in the station.
Hot water. Nice.
For hygiene.
Yeah, helps prevent mold, smells, that kind of thing. And of course, it auto-empties the dustbin, auto-refills the water tank for mopping, the usual premium stuff, but maybe taken a step further.
And then there was that really bold marketing claim.
Yeah.
Something about being maintenance-free for ages.
Ah, yes. The up to 200 days maintenance-free line.
200 days? That sounds
Yeah.
ambitious. How are they justifying that? What's the catch?
The justification seems to be purely about the size of the tanks in the base station. Huge dust bag capacity. Massive clean and dirty water tanks. Enough to handle, theoretically, hundreds of cleaning cycles over months before you need to manually empty the big bag or refill the main water tank.
So the asterisk is that it's mechanical maintenance. You still need to add detergent, clean filters eventually.
Exactly. Consumables still need replacing. But the core drudgery, emptying the robot's bin, cleaning the pads, is handled potentially for, almost 7 months based on their claim. 7 months. If that actually pans out in a real home, that's huge for someone who just wants clean floors with zero fuss.
Precisely. That targets the user who values their time above almost everything else. And we probably shouldn't skip over the design aspect either.
What about it?
Well, DJI is known for engineering, right? Some of the higher-end Romo models apparently have transparent shells or parts of the docking station are clear.
Oh, interesting. Like you can see the tech inside.
Yeah, kind of an engineering showcase. It says we're confident in our hardware. Look at this. It potentially turns it into a bit of a statement piece, not just an appliance.
A high-tech status symbol for your smart home.
Maybe. And the final pro, I guess, is just the DJI brand itself. Them entering this market suggests they've invested heavily, and you'd expect pretty solid long-term software support updates, potentially more staying power than some smaller brands.
Okay, that all sounds pretty compelling on paper, but now we absolutely have to look at the other side. The risks, the caveats. We need that balanced view for the listener. What are the big red flags the sources raised?
Well, the price is the obvious first one. It's expensive, period. That puts it out of reach for many people right away. But beyond that, the thing that probably worries me most is the regional uncertainty.
Ah, yeah. We've seen this before with tech launching first in China and then maybe, or maybe not, coming west. What are the specific worries there?
The sources are pretty clear. Availability outside China is uncertain right now, and that brings real risks for early adopters.
Like what?
Like you could drop, say, $1,000 on this thing, import it somehow, and then find out key app features, advanced mapping, multi-floor support, are geo-locked.
Right.
Or the app only works properly in Chinese. Or updates lag months behind the home market.
Oof. Yeah, that's the early adopter tax. Potentially a very painful one. No local support or service either, probably.
Exactly. Bleeding-edge hardware that's crippled by software or lack of support is a nightmare scenario.
And this brings up that classic issue, specs versus reality. That massive 25,000 pound number sounds great, but...
Yeah. But specs aren't the whole story, are they? Never are. Early reports, even based on the launch info, suggest there might be questions about how they balance that power. Meaning, what's the noise level like when it's actually sucking that hard? What does it do to battery life? How long can it actually run effectively? Max power is useless if it only lasts 30 minutes and sounds like a jet engine. There's an efficiency gap there that needs real-world testing.
So a big number that needs proof it can be used smartly in a real home.
Right. And we still know very little about the actual mopping performance. Great suction doesn't automatically mean great mopping. How well does it handle transitions between carpets and hard floors? How effective is the scrubbing? The sources just haven't provided much data there yet.
Okay. And remember that transparent design we mentioned as a potential pro. Could that backfire?
It's definitely a double-edged sword. Looks cool in photos, sure. But some chatter online, like on Reddit forums discussing the launch, raised a valid point. Won't a transparent shell show every single speck of dust, every fingerprint, every tiny scratch way more easily?
Huh. Yeah, I could see that. It might end up looking perpetually dirty, which kind of defeats the purpose.
Could be a source of frustration, yeah. Aesthetics versus practicality.
And speaking of long-term frustrations, what about ongoing costs? The stuff you don't think about when you first buy it.
Good point. This is a brand new product from a company new to this specific market segment. So Things like replacement filters, mop pads, those big dust bags for the station. They might be expensive.
Or just hard to find initially.
Exactly. Harder to source compared to established brands that have global supply chains all figured out. The total cost of ownership over, say, 3 or 5 years, completely unknown right now. And that's a risk for a device that depends on consumables.
Okay, so let's pull all this together for the listener. If they start seeing reviews pop up, what should they be looking for? What's the essential checklist to validate these claims?
It's all about practical proof, not just repeating the specs. Reviewers absolutely need to test that obstacle avoidance. Show us it navigating those 2-millimeter cables, those small toys, reliably.
Right, not just a stage demo.
And suction tests need context. Fine dust pickup versus larger debris, those require different kinds of performance. Show us how it actually handles both on different floor types.
And those physical features, the corner arms.
Yep, need to see those dual arms in action. Do they really get into corners and along edges better than standard designs? We need visual proof. And then the practical numbers. What's the real noise level at, say, 10,000 PAL, not just the max? What's the actual runtime doing a mixed clean? How fast does it recharge?
And crucially, the software side, especially for international buyers.
Absolutely critical. The app experience, the available features, whether there are any regional limitations that needs thorough testing before anyone outside China should even consider buying it.
Okay, so based purely on what we've discussed today from the source material, what's the bottom line, the objective takeaway on the Romo line?
Look, the Romo seems like an incredibly feature-packed, truly premium system. It clearly leverages DJI's deep expertise in sensors and navigation, and that focus on automation, aiming for that near-maintenance-free experience. That's genuinely disruptive. That 200-day claim is a huge hook.
So who is it potentially ideal for?
It seems ideal for that user who puts the highest priority on best-in-class automation, wants minimal hassle, cares about edge and corner cleaning, and crucially, is willing to make a significant upfront investment and accept those current risks, especially around regional availability and support.
And the flip side, the advice for most people.
For anyone who's more budget conscious or lives somewhere, support might be shaky. I'd say exercise extreme caution. Wait for independent long-term reviews.
Yeah.
Compare its proven performance against the established players Roborock, Ecovacs, Dream, who offer known quantities, robust global support, and might provide similar overall value, possibly at a lower or at least more predictable cost.
So Romo is a serious contender, a potential disruptor, but it needs to prove itself in real homes over time.
Precisely. Needs to handle the messy reality of daily life before getting a full recommendation.